Hi, Connor. I know that you always really love coming, of course, coming back to Toronto. How odd and different is it right now?
Uh, yeah, I mean, obviously, love coming to Toronto. Always a bit of a homecoming to see some friends and family, and obviously can't do that right now. It's a little bit different, My brother's 3 minutes away, and I can't see him, so it's kind of funny that way. But we're here to play hockey, and we're here to do a job, so that's the way it is.
Thank you, Connor.
Next question, Jim Matheson, Post Media.
Connor, your relationship with Austin goes back to the World Cup. Um, is it the same sort of rivalry as, say, Crosby and Ovechkin back in the day, where they were, I don't know if they're friends, but they appreciated each other's ability to play the game?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's obviously such a talent. He's been such a force in the league ever since he stepped in. So he's a fun guy to watch. It was fun to be able to train with him and kind of see it firsthand, and obviously a lot of respect for him. So it'll be fun to go up against him tonight.
One other question about your face-offs. You worked with Keith Ackman, he used to be an assistant coach for the Oilers. Crosby's face-offs got better as he played more years in the NHL. Why did you feel you had to ask Keith to help you out?
Yeah, just wasn't good enough, and it was something that needed to be looked at and worked on. I haven't taken a ton of draws for someone that's played in the league for over 5 years. So I played with a lot of centermen that kind of step in there for every once in a while. We kind of split them. So I probably haven't taken as many draws as I should have. So just trying to catch up on those reps, and that's the only way you're going to get better at it.
Next question, Mark Masters, TSN.
Hi, Connor. When you were training and hanging around Austin in the office, what stood out the most about the way he approaches the game, approaches his craft?
He's very dialed in. His whole life is wrapped around it, obviously as it should be. So, it was impressive to see how hard he works, and how much detail goes into it.
When you're on the ice with him tonight, what's the biggest thing you have to keep in mind going up against him?
You can't give him any space. When you give him any space, he can shoot it, and when he shoots it, he can almost go in from anywhere. So you have to stay tight on him. He's such a dangerous guy, so you have to definitely key on him.
Next question, Jack Michaels, 630 Chad.
Connor, could you give us some idea of what the road trip was like, the plane, the vibe in the hotel, as compared to normal, where maybe the first trip is an opportunity to, get everyone out to dinner and really get to know some of your new teammates?
Yeah, it's definitely a different vibe. I mean, no cards on the plane. Assigned seating, masks on the plane. Following all the protocols. So, we want to be safe first and foremost, and that's the main thing. So, I thought we did a good job on our first flight doing that. And the hotel is different, obviously, as well. It's just us in there. Meals in a meal room, assigned seating. It's definitely different. But at the same time, it's still a good way to get to know some of those new teammates that you haven't been able to kind of connect with at home. They got families or whatever. So still a good opportunity to come together here.
And training in the off season, do the groups? Is there ever a guy that there's a little bit of an awkward moment just because of animosity that's been built up during the regular season, or does most of that get left behind? Is there a group of guys that you wouldn't train with? I guess I would ask.
You know what? You want to train with the best guys, and you want to train with the best coach, and so you do that, and there's never any animosity in the off season. I mean, what happens on the ice happens on the ice, and you deal with it on the ice, and when it's time to train and it's the off season, you're just trying to get better and focus on yourself.
Next question, Luke Fox, Sportsnet.
Hi, Connor. How much and what kind of role did Jonathan Toews play in helping you with faceoffs in the offseason?
Jonathan, he was only in Arizona for a short time when we were skating there. And we didn't really go over it, honestly.
Okay. And then also I wanted to know if you noticed any difference with the pucks that were used for the first few games and the ones that the NHL changed back to the normal ones. Did you notice a difference?
I didn't even know they did anything, so I guess that's a good sign.
Kevin McGran, Toronto Star.
Hey Connor, just a little bit more about your relationship with Auston Matthews, if you're not too sick of talking about it yet. Is there anything about him that you learned like off the ice that you hadn't known when you were able to spend a little bit of time with him this summer?
That's a good question. I don't know. Maybe I didn't pay that close attention. No. I mean, he's a guy that I already kind of knew. At the World Cup. Got to play on the same team, same line as him, so got to know him pretty good there. And nothing that stood out.
Thanks a lot.
Next question, Dave McCarthy, NHL.com.
Hey Connor, in a shortened season where obviously the importance of getting off to a good start is probably even more so than it would be in an 82-game year, how do you approach the urgency level of the next two games here against Toronto for your group?
Big 2 games, big road trip for us. We need to come back, 500 or better, overall. So I think, this is a huge road trip. Huge road trip for us. It starts tonight.
Thanks.
Last 2 questions, Michael Trakos, Post Media. Go ahead, Michael.
Connor, can you hear me?
Yeah, gotcha.
I'm here right now.
Ryan will come to you after. Go ahead, Michael.
Hey, Connor, I just wanted to ask you about another number 1 overall pick in Jack Hughes. He had a difficult season last year as a rookie. I wondered if you reached out to him, considering that you guys kind of know each other a bit from the Toronto area, and if you noticed the game he had last night against the Rangers, where it looked like all that skill and potential was on display.
He's a guy that I've skated with a couple times. I don't really know him that well, so no, I didn't reach out or anything like that. He had a tough season, but it's a tough jump. It's the biggest jump you could make. 18 years old playing in the NHL against grown men. So, and he learned that. I think he obviously worked hard, and he's come out of the gates pretty good. He looks good, and that's good to see.
Awesome, thanks.
Last question, Ryan Rashog, TSN.
Hey Connor, just wondering if you guys have had a chance to sort of evaluate things offensively over the last couple of games and 5-on-5, kind of where you think things are at and what you think might need a bit more of a push 5-on-5.
Yeah, I mean, we've give credit to Montreal. They played two great games. I thought in our first one we were probably a little flat. Second one I liked where we were at. Battle with them. They score a point shot that just kind of finds its way in, and it's 1-0 most of the game. And we have a ton of power play that we don't capitalize on. That if we do, it's probably a different game. So. It is what it is, and have to move on and find a way to get a couple wins here on the road trip.
And just on that power play, you had lots of opportunity. As you mentioned, you didn't cash in, but when you look back at it, were you happy with the number of kind of high quality chances that you were able to generate? And is there anything you tweak tonight?
Our power play has been together for a long time. It's had lots of success. We've also had lulls, where it's probably not quite as focused on as it is at the start of the season, but our lulls come at the beginning, so that is what it is. But I've liked the way we've generated chances. If the puck bounced one way or another, I mean, we could be sitting here with 4 or 5 more goals on the power play. So I liked where we've been at. Just gotta stick with it.